Good morning, everyone. I'm Nisit Kumar Prasad. I have completed my PhD from the Department of Material Science and Engineering, IIT Kanpur, and Professor Galur Mandal and Dr. Saurav Kundu from Tata Steel Jamshedpur. Today, I'm going to present my talk on the topic novel high phosphorus pig iron and zinc based hybrid sacrificial anodes for the catalytic protection of steel. So, these are the contents of my today's talk. Coming to the introduction and motivation for the present work, we all know that the conventional sacrificial anodes, which is used for the cathodic protection of steel, are basically zinc, magnesium, and aluminum. However, these anodes possess several limitations and are environment specific. They are highly costly, and along with that, they form passive film on the surface. For example, aluminum and in most instances zinc, as a result of which the cathodic protection gets hampered. As a result, we have come up with a novel technique of using an iron, which is basically a high phosphorus iron, to protect the my steel in different environments. So this is the work of previous work which I have done during my PhD, and it has been observed that the pig iron sample shows more active behavior as compared to the my steel, and as a result of that, they shows promising behavior as a sacrificial anode. As could be seen here, that we have used different phosphorus containing pig iron samples with 1.58%, 3.5 and 8% phosphorus, and due to the inhomogeneity in the microstructure, just so more active behavior than the mild steel. Along with that, the corrosion potential of all these pig iron samples were more active as compared to the mild steel, as a result of which they show more promising behavior as a sacrificial anode. And in different environments like seawater, soil, and concrete, they have also satisfied the 100 millivolt polarization decay criteria as for a sacrificial anode. However, industrially it is recommended that the steel which is to be protected need to be polarized more active than minus 0.78 volt versus the saturated calamine electrode, which was not observed in the present study, in our previous study. So in the present study, we have come up with a novel technique of incorporating small amount of zinc to the pig iron powders and to achieve these protective potential or the category protection criteria. So the objectives of the present talk is synthesis of a series of novel hybrid sacrificial anode, and which is based on the stoichiometry XPYZN, where zinc has we have varied the zinc between 10 to 30%, and then studied the electrochemical behavior in 3.5% NaCl solution, and also evaluated the anodic capacity, efficiency, and consumption rate. So this is the experimental details which shows how we have fabricated the hybrid anode. We have hammered crushed the HPPI samples, that is the pig iron samples, which could easily be done since they are highly brittle in nature, and then further decrease its size using ball milling, and then we have incorporated zinc in different weight percent and further ball milled it and then sintered at 400 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. So these are the compositions of the different pig iron samples which we have used, and the zinc powders of 99.8% purity and around 100 micron were used. So the SEM micrographs shows that as we have increased the phosphorus content of the pig iron sample, the particle size decreased. As you can see here in the 8% phosphorus hybrid sample, the particle size is much lower as compared to the 1.5 and 3.5. And the sintered sample shows segregation of zinc in the pig iron matrix, and the segregation becomes more uniform as we further increase the phosphorus content of the HPPI samples or the hybrid samples. So the EDS elemental mapping of the sintered sample shows the uh, distribution of zinc in the iron matrix, and it is more uniform in the case of the 8% phosphorus hybrid samples. And the XRD study reveals formation of Fe3Zn10 intermetallic in the case of the all the hybrid samples. Along with that, various oxide phases of iron and zinc has been formed on the surface due to sintering in the open atmosphere. Coming to the electrochemical behavior, as it can be seen that the OCP of all the hybrid samples show more active behavior as compared to the mild steel. Along with that, the OCP of all the hybrid sample has been found to be more active than the protective potential of steel, which is around minus 780 millivolt versus saturated calamine electrode. And the polarization resistance of all the hybrid samples has also been found to be much lower as compared to the mild steel, which could be seen from the table here. So the most important objective of our work has been satisfied here, that the OCP of all the hybrid samples has been found to be more active as compared to the protective potential of steel. Coming to the Nyquist plot, it could be observed that the polarization resistance of or the charge transfer resistance of all the hybrid samples are more active, are much lower as compared to the my steel. The potential dynamic polarization plot for all the hybrid sample has been found to be much lower as compared to the my steel. Along with that, they have shown metastable passivation behavior, which is due to the alternate dissolution of iron and zinc, and the phase identification after PD shows formation of both iron and zinc corrosion products on the surface of the hybrid samples. And we have shown here that with the decrease in the particle size, the E-core value increases, that is the 1.5% hybrid samples which has completely much larger particle size or more negative E-core and a higher corrosion rate value as compared to the other sintered samples. And coming to the anodic performance which we obtained from the direct impulse current test, the closed circuit potential of all the sintered samples has been found to lie below the protective potential of steel, and the 1.5% composition shows comparatively more active closed circuit potential compared to the 3.5 and 8% composition, and the anode capacity and efficiency of all the sintered sample has been found to be above 750 and 80% respectively, and which is comparable to that of pure zinc. Moreover, the anode capacity and efficiency of these anodes, hybrid anodes, are completely much larger as compared to that of the previously developed HPPI anodes. And coming to the proposed mechanism, actually, as you can see here from the potential dynamic polarization plot, the anodic dissolution behavior comprises of three different stages. One is the dissolution of zinc due to its highly active nature, and then there is passive film formation of ZNO, ZNOH twice, as a result of which the adjacent iron matrix now acts as the active site and it undergoes further dissolution. So there is an alternate dissolution of zinc and iron in the hybrid anodes, as a result of which it continuously dissolves, and the final morphology is basically uniform in nature, which is one of the most important criteria for a promising sacrificial anode. So based on this, we can conclude that we have successfully synthesized a series of hybrid samples based on this composition, and all the samples have shown more active behavior as compared to the my steel, and the corrosion potential is much below the protective potential steel in seawater, and the 1.5% composition shows comparatively more active behavior as compared to the other hybrid samples, along with the closed circuit potential. So we can say here that the present anodes which we have developed, that is the HPPI zinc based hybrid anodes, has a potential to be used as a sacrificial anode and can be used as an alternative to the zinc based anode, as it shows much comparable anodic performance parameters. Along with that, it is much more cost effective as compared to the counterparts. So with this, I would like to conclude my talk. Thank you.